You're tuning in to another episode of Hall of Fame right here on City TV. My name is AJ Akwako-Sapon, bringing you a show that gets up close and candid with some of your favorite personalities. And today is no exception. Special thanks to First Choice for my hair and Evolda Jewelry for my jewelry. The guest I have in today is someone who's been giving us hit after hit and making us all across the African continent dance to his tune. I'll be telling you who my guest is in the studio with me right after this. Welcome to Hall of Fame. And you're tuning in to Hall of Fame right here on City TV. And I'm really excited to have the guest in studio with me. Of course, my name is AJ Akwako-Sapon. Find us, follow us on the hashtag Hall of Fame and tweet at us at City TV GH and tweet at me at AJ Sapon. Now, going into my guest in studio with me today is someone who has been giving us hit after hit. He is someone you can call a Chalk City boy. He has giving us songs that make us feel good with Miracle, songs that make us great with Otorela, and now something to dance to with Ginika. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest today is none other but Dice Ailes. Hi, Dice.
Hey, Nana, what's good?
It's good. It's great to have you in here.
I know, it's amazing to be here.
How has Ghana been treating you?
Man, Ghana's been all love, man. I love being here. It's always pure love when I come through.
I'm glad to know.
I love the food. I love the women. I love the people. You know, it's a nice vibe out here.
And have you tried the Ghanaian jollof?
Ghanaian jollof, yeah, I ate that growing up.
Wait, how did you eat that growing up?
Yeah, like my mom is from Ghana, so like.
Oh,
yeah,
so you're half Ghanaian.
Yeah, I'm from Volta region.
Hey,
so I ate a lot of aplan and all that stuff growing up.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
okay. So we can't use the Ghana jollof debate to come and get. We'll move past that.
Yeah.
But tell me about growing up. Taking it back to the beginning, how was your childhood like?
I grew up like a pretty normal child.
Okay.
I did a lot of traveling. I changed schools a lot.
Okay,
as
why
a
was
result
that?
of that? Because my parents were, moving from place to place.
Okay.
Because of work and stuff. And so, I was traveling, changing schools, and I feel like that sort of just shaped me into like a versatile guy, because I grew up seeing like a lot of different norms and ideas and just learning like different cultures. And, that has sort of shaped me into being Dice. So if you listen to my music, you can tell that there's a lot of different things. There's Ghana, there's Nigeria, there's Canada, there's, all sorts of places in there. Now,
at what point in time did you decide that I was going to move back home to Nigeria?
Yeah, so I signed the deal with Chocolate City in 2014, and then I was still in school at the time, I was juggling between my academics and the music.
Okay.
And then I put out Telephone, and like I didn't like the results at the time, and I just wanted to be blown. I just wanted to have people scream my name.
Okay.
So like after a year, I just took it upon myself and said, yo, I need to go back and be physically there. I need to monitor what's going on with the label. I need to know what's happening with my music. And I just packed my bags and I came to Nigeria.
All right. Now, how did music find you? So a lot of people say, sometimes they find their sound in church. Some don't even know that they have a sound, so probably they're put in a situation. But how did you know that I can maybe sing, maybe do music, be an artist?
Yeah, so it started off when I was really young. I was like 8 years old.
Okay.
I'd be around my uncle. So my mom she used to be in the church choir, right? So I'll follow her to church and just watch her sing. And it was just really interesting. I just wanted to practice what she was doing.
Okay.
And then my uncles too, they were like songwriters. So we would stay at home and they would write songs and sing, and then I would beat drums. And so like just growing up, I was surrounded by a lot of musical stuff. Like in school, I wanted to beat drums. I wanted to learn the piano. I started to learn the harmonica. I was just always interested in anything that had to do with sound. And, as I grew, my passion for music just grew stronger and stronger. And, I saved up money when I was 15. I recorded my first song. And, I just kept on going. And somehow I found myself on the radio. I found myself getting a record deal. And it was never planned. It was just stuff it was just predestined, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you found a record deal. So explain how or what was their first introduction to you, and how that relationship came about, and you say, you know what, come on the label, be a part of this group?
Yes, so I left Toronto. So at the time, I was releasing music independently. So I left Toronto and came to Nigeria to push a song called EMSC.
Okay.
And then we were going from club to club, going from trying to meet DJs. It was like one of my first times in a long time in Nigeria.
Wow.
And a few days before I was scheduled to travel back, I ran into MI at so one of my friends, Frank De Niro, he's a veteran singer from Nigeria. He was going over to MI's house to record a song.
Okay.
And then we were at his house the day he was going to record. So he's like, yo, you guys come, tag along, let's go. And I'm like, yeah, why not? And so went to MI's house. I was just sitting on the couch sleeping because I was tired from all the clubbing and stuff. And then my bro T-Tash just comes and wakes me. He's like, yo, MI wants to meet you. I just played him some of your songs. And then I went in there and MI is like, yo, bro, I think you're dope. I think you could blow up.
Wow.
I'd love for us to talk business. And then so he scheduled a meeting with Aldo McCory the following day. And then Aldo's like, yo, man, I think we got something here. And then we traveled back to Canada. A couple months later, they sent like the contracts and stuff. And then we went back and forth. And the rest is history. Wow.
So you have now moved from being an independent artist to now being on a label.
Right.
Describe that point in time for you. How did you feel knowing that now, okay, the music side or the business side is being handled?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. Just knowing that, so I grew up listening to some of these guys like MI, Ice Prince, like I would watch them. And just knowing that this company that produced this huge talents out of Africa are sort of handling my own music operations, and that was an amazing feeling. But even still, like over time, I just learned that even with that, I still had to be independent.
Of course.
Across the board, I never really stopped being independent. I've always been there monitoring my music, just managing myself and just knowing what's going on. Because you can't really leave nothing in the hands of nobody.
I can imagine.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Now, describe entering the Nigerian music scene. Prior to that, you're a Canada boy, you're chilling in Canada, you're doing music in Canada.
Right.
Now, to be an active part of the Nigerian industry, how did the industry treat you when you were quote-unquote up and coming?
How did the industry treat me? So when I came back to Nigeria, I experienced a lot of culture shock. There's a lot of like norms and like ideologies that I wasn't used to,
okay.
And the ways in which the industry operated, I didn't really understand it. So, for example, in Canada, I would see like an industry guy, and I'd be like, "Hi, bro," and he would be fine with that. But in Nigeria, I'd have to refer to them, and because like there's a lot of sentiments, and this is so cultural that I have to be so respectful, and things that I would do. The norms that I knew, I had to redefine them. I had to retrain myself.
Wow.
And so it was hard for me because people sort of misunderstood me. And then because I came from Canada as well, they just made it harder for me. It's like, who's this guy that is coming here thinking that he's just going to come blow up? So I had to work extra, extra hard. A lot of people, have the conception that it was easy, that I just came and just dropped music and it blew up, but there was a lot that was going on behind the scenes. I had to make sure the people understood that, I'm really passionate about the music and I'm here not because I'm playing around or whatever, because I really want this. You know what I'm saying? And it took time, but, we're here now.
Clearly you are. Now, describe, in 2016, put out Miracle, which was a massive hit. Did you anticipate, and was that the first song you had released with Chocolate City, and did you anticipate the reaction that came with that particular song?
So I'd released, Telephone, I released Machinery, I released a rap song called Oh No, with Chocolate City, and it wasn't doing too well. So at that point, I was getting really frustrated. Like I'm new in Nigeria. I'm a teenager. I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Like this stuff is not working. My parents are all the way in Canada. And I'm just this little boy in this country with like millions of people not knowing what to do. So I'm like, if Miracle doesn't work, I'm going back to Canada.
Really?
Yeah. So it took me like months to get that song. So I was trying so many different sounds, and I just didn't know what the people wanted to hear.
Wow.
So one day I called a producer and I'm like, yo, is this Ghana bounce that I be hearing now? You know, I heard, I think it was My Woman, my everything. I'm like, yo, I'm feeling this vibe. I think I want to hop on this thing. And I'm like, yo, this is the last shot. If this doesn't work, that's it. And then we did Miracle, and it just blew up. Like, I didn't even believe it. Like, you know, it was going from radio stations to radio station to clubs. I was hitting up all the DJs. I'm like, yo, play this record, play this record. It was on the road tirelessly. Me, Ishaku, my cousins, you know, we were just putting in that work. And then when it happened, I went to it. So it was like the first show that I did to perform the song. It was one of my first bookings. I went to a university called Babcock in Nigeria. And as soon as I get in the building, I'm in the bus and I just see like a lot of girls just screaming. And then so I start to ask my guys, I'm like, yo, is this only me, or like there's other
people behind me?
Is there other people like booked for this same show? Like, what's going on? And then everyone is confused too. And then girls are just running after the bus and screaming. I'm like, yo, I think this is me.
My goodness.
Then so I get on stage and I just say, oh, get your body's American. And everywhere goes crazy. I'm like, yeah.
I think I've arrived.
I think I've arrived. And then we just kept it going.
Did you feel any pressure? Because, I mean, Miracle had become an amazing success. It was all across the boundaries of Nigeria into the rest of Africa.
Right.
Did you feel pressure that maybe I cannot replicate that amount of success? And how did you try and sort of kick against that mindset?
Because music is so effortless for me, I didn't necessarily feel any pressure. I just felt that if they accepted this one, then it means that there's a lot for where that came from. So like, I just kept on recording as I was recording before, and now I was more confident in the stuff that I was doing. And that's why you know that the next song, Ella, was nothing like Miracle, because I didn't feel like I needed to remake that. I just felt like, okay, now the people are listening to me, so now I have their attention. Let me just give them good music, and that's what I just kept on doing.
Okay. And now, what steps did you put to be able to churn out your next hit?
What steps did I take? Just hard work, man. I just love to record. So like, I recorded Ella. So Ella was a freestyle that I did. I was hanging with my boy in a hotel, and he played a beat. I just freestyled it, and I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna put this out. You know, there's not so much thought into it. And when I put that out, you know, that gained like a level of success in Nigeria, outside Nigeria. It's really exciting. And then Otedola came, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff came very effortlessly. I wasn't trying to outdo myself or whatever. I was just making music and having fun. Okay,
now describe the process of making Otedola, because that song honestly is a wave, honestly. Describe making that particular sound. What informed the title and the lyrics?
Yeah, so with Terrell, I just wanted to like, cause like I love to write. Like growing up, I used to write poems and stuff, and like I like figures of speech. I like similes. I like metaphors, and because I used to rap, you know, growing up, that was my first thing before I ventured into Afrobeats. And so when I was making Otedola, I just wanted to like express myself differently from how everybody else did. You know, all I wanted to talk about was I'm getting girls, I'm getting money, but I wanted to say it in a different way. So, you know, I just use Otedola as getting money. So I'm getting money like Otedola. I have swag, I have sauce like Maggi. You know what I'm saying? And people just gravitated towards it.
Now, describe how the promotion, how the popularity of that song came about. I mean, you met Otedola himself. I mean, he now signs his name with Otto and then with a dollar sign.
With the dollar sign.
Now, with that kind of reaction, describe that moment in time for you.
Yeah, so before I put out the song, I was telling my cousins, I'm like, yo, before we drop the song, I'm going to make sure I meet every single person that I mentioned on the song. I'm going to meet Otedola, I'm going to meet JJ Okocha.
Okay.
And then it just happened like somehow I met him, played him the song. Okay, so I dropped the song. I was about to drop the video. Then I played it to him. He's like, yo, I really like this. And then he asked me, how much did you spend on this video? I told him, and then he gave me that.
No.
And then he gave me over what I spent on the video, and so
really,
so it was a really like amazing moment in my life. A lot of things started to fall in place for me. What's her name? You know, a lot of huge celebrities, you know, supported the music. The Weeknd, you know, posted himself listening to it. Naomi Campbell, the guys from Odd Future, Tiny Tempa, Skepta.
What?
You know, it was crazy, and I was just really thankful for that moment.
Now, I'm sure with that amount of success probably came with its own downsides. What were some of the maybe mishaps that crept